Welcome back to another episode of my Lost Colony series. So, there are two things that I'd like to try to tame. There is a level 100 Aureliax. Sadly, this is the highest one that I have found here lately, but just over here is a 145 Ossidon. So, there's not a whole lot of smaller dinos in this area, which does kind of suck. But I did see a couple of Doedicurus over there, so I will probably try and see if I can manage to attempt to tame on the Ossidon. Now, if the tame does fail, I believe there's like another, I know it was a high level, I think it's a 140, 150, somewhere around over here. And there are a lot of smaller creatures over there. But this one here is a little bit closer to my base, so I wanted to try it with this first. Oh, nice. I got a ascended map there. Okay. So for this Ossidon, I do have the tech suit, so it should make it quite a bit easier. I just need to shrink it out to 50% of its torpor. Oh. Okay, so right now it looks like my gloon is bugged. So give me just a second. Alright, I'm back. And yeah, I've been having this issue with the gloons that they kind of bug out. And it will target them instead of whatever I'm actually looking at. So anyways, need to get this thing to up to 50% torpor. And now I just need to roll around this little ball and pick up some creatures in it. I don't know if I can pick up a Arthro, but it looks like I can. So while rolling around this ball, I just need to hit the spikes that I toss out and continue to pick up the Doedicurus and the Arthro. Okay, I'm at 2 out of 15 on the spike, so I need to hit more of the spikes. And it looks like I'm at 5 out of 8 on the creatures. Is that reading that right? Okay, 5 out of 15 on the spikes. Let me see if I can grab both of these again. Okay, that has all of the spikes done. Not sure if that was correct, but it looked like I was picking up a juvenile vulture in the ball. Okay, so one deal put it at 25% on the taming. Ow. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of hits here. Okay, so yeah, one attempt put it at 25% on the taming progress. So I need 2 more plus a sanguine elixir. Okay, now it's actually taking torpor again. Alright. Only thing I'm seeing right here right now though is this Arthro. I don't know if the vultures will count, but let's see if the Doed does while it's balled up. Awesome, looks like it does. So let me roll around here and can just go back and forth between the Arthro and the Doedicurus while hitting all these spikes that I toss out. Alright. Oh, it looks like I will actually be able to manage to tame this. And interesting, I just saw the vulture get tossed out of the ball there. So the Ossidon can actually pick up a vulture with this. I mean, it just grabbed it again. So I am at 8 out of 8 on the creatures. I just need some more ice spikes. One more ice spike, and that should do that. Okay, I'll give it a minute, then I'll reapply the torpor. Also, let's go ahead and get the Sanguine Elixir on the bar. Okay, and it's been taking 2 shots. And that might be a little bit of an issue with the trike right in front of it. Because I'm pretty sure it can't pick up a trike. Should be able to pick up the baby trike though. Alright. Also, I don't know if I can pick up a Pteranodon. But I do know I can pick up these 2 and a vulture, so let me just bring it back over here and grab these. And we got some more spikes here. Those spikes kind of went way off to the side. Those did too. I guess I have to come over this way to try to get them. Okay, I need another 10 spikes and another 3 more creatures. Alright. There's a few spikes here that are pretty easy to get. Looks like I can't grab the Arthro just yet. So I'll come back over here, grab these spikes, and pick up this Doed. Alright, spikes are done. Got the Doed. Now I just need to grab this Arthro. Also, I can see another Ossidon back behind me, so... What level is that one? Only 25? I don't need this one causing any problems. Okay, I think I just need to apply the torpor one more time and give it the Sanguine Elixir. Okay, I applied it, but it didn't... Yeah, I used the Sanguine Elixir and it didn't actually do anything with it. So, I'm not exactly sure on that. So I'll just go ahead and do the ride one more time. We do have the Arthro and the Doed still here. Interesting. It looks like you can actually pick up a Pteranodon with it as well. Alright, let me grab these spikes. Alright, spikes are done. And can I grab the Doed and the Arthro again? Sweet, I can. And grab the Pteranodon one more time. And one more creature. Okay, come on. Alright, gonna need to take out this Arthro here. Okay, so let's take a look at the stats real quick. Looks like it's got pretty bad stamina and pretty bad melee, and only 29 on each. Decent weight though at 43. Okay, what do we got here? A Prolovia? Alright, so the Ossidon can handle that. Alright, so I've got the Ossidon. The stats aren't that great. 43 weight, 39 health. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to head down here. There's like I said, another like 140, 150, somewhere around there. And I'm going to go see if I can grab that one. And see if I can get any better stats off of it. So I will bring everyone back when I get over there, but I don't know why it didn't work for using the Sanguine Elixir. Because I thought you needed to shoot them to knock them out again, or to put them to 50% torpor, and then use the Sanguine. But maybe you just needed to use it as soon as you pop off while they're still close by. So that's something that I'm going to need to test out whenever I get over there. But yeah, anyways, give me a few minutes and I will head over there and I'll bring everyone back once I see the other Ossidon and what level it is. Alright, I am coming up on my old little Viking longhouse that I did at the start of this series. And I believe the last time I saw the Ossidon, it was just over this hill. So let's take a look, see if it's still over here somewhere. Or, not quite this hill, but I believe it was over this way. So I do see a couple of Ossidons. Let's see if one of them's the right. A 145 male and a 25 male. It's not exactly ideal, seeing as the one that I just tamed is also a male. Let me kill this one. Yeah, it's not quite ideal since the one I just tamed is also male, but I will go ahead and tame this one up as well, just see if he's got better stats. And if so, I can go out and find a female and try to tame up a female. Alright. There are quite a bit of smaller creatures in this area too. Like we got moss chops, Kairuku. I've seen quite a bit of Doedecarus before. So it shouldn't be too hard to tame this one up. Okay, we got a moss chops there. All of those spikes ended up going outside, sadly. And just picked up a pile of ants, so that's already several dinos picked up. And then here we got the spikes coming in. So yeah, there's quite a few. Don't want to hit the border. I think that'll destroy the ball. But yeah, quite a few of the smaller dinos around here, so this shouldn't be too hard. It's just a matter of directing the spikes so that I can actually hit the spikes correctly. Alright, and that's the first one. Let's see if this will work. No. So I popped this thing with an elixir, and it did not get any taming effectiveness. And also, can't apply torpor just yet. Tried to get me. Okay, now I can apply the torpor. And can write it again. Alright, so yeah, having the jetpack definitely helps. So if you are playing this on a server or on like if you're combining your different worlds together, I would definitely recommend having a character with the tech stuff before you come over to Lost Colony, as there is no way to actually get any sort of tech without defeating the Lost King and Queen fight. And even then, I don't know exactly what that fight will give you in terms of like the tech engrams. Like, does that fight unlock everything? Does it only lock a little bit? Alright, got a couple hyenodons over here. I've got plenty of time still. It gives you like 2 to 3 minutes. Like I think it gives you like 3 minutes for the minigame to ride them around. So I'm at 15 out of 15 on the spikes. I don't have to worry about them. And I just need a few more dinos. Okay, I don't know if the parasaur would count, but I do see an otter right there. Alright, so already this one's got a better melee and a better stamina. Alright, and got an army of otters attacking. Alright, let's come over here and I'll take a look at the stats, compare the two. So, the one I just caught, pretty well balanced all around. Like nothing really stands out as far as a high stat. 38 melee, 38 weight, 35 stamina, 36 health. So if I write any of them, that's probably gonna be that one for now. And then this one here's got a higher. Okay, actually no, this one does have higher weight or higher health and higher weight. So it was the stamina and the melee that I needed to hire for. So I think I have a saddle back at base. So let me actually head back over there real quick, and I'll grab my saddle and I will take this one out and see how it goes. And then I'm probably going to see if I can try to find a female. I don't know how many are spawned on the map currently. I'll go fly around and see what I can find. Alright, so if I come over here, got a little elevator going down to my basement, and my saddles should be right over here. Yes, I do. I have a pretty good Ossidon saddle here. Alright. So now I just need to go try it out. And a good spot to do that would be just right over here. We've got this Revenant area. And one of my objectives I need to do is to kill some Revenant Malwins. So if I happen to find any over there, then it's just double. Alright. Toss out the Ossidon. And let's put on the saddle. Okay, so for this one here at 36 health, starts off with a baseline of 12,000 health. It goes up by a decent amount. I mean, just right there, only 8, like, just a few levels. Yeah, 5 levels, and it goes up by 8,000. So that's gonna be pretty good. I think I should be able to get a high health pretty easily with that once I actually find a better health stat. Alright, before I level up melee, I didn't pay attention to what the actual damage was there. So, let's see what we got. Okay, so looks like 260 base damage. Horse is running around, so I'll just hit this stereo over here. Okay, so it goes up by... It went up by 4 points for just one level into melee. So from a 340 to a 345. So 5% increase pretty much, or a little bit over. So let's see here. It looks like to activate the spikes, it's left click and you get this little cursor, and then right click to shoot them out. And it looks like C does your little snot ball to pick up stuff. Can't pick up a horse with the current weight. Also, let me get another level, because I believe with the Ossidon, it actually tells you what each stat levels up. Got a pack over here with a gloom. Okay, so unless a creature hits you out of the mesmerization, you're stuck in it until it ends, or until you get hit. But I did get a level, so let me wait on this, and I will take a look and see what the stats are. Let's see if I can hit the gloom here. Doesn't look like I can actually hit the gloom. So let me actually get away. Alright. So melee increases their claw size, so it's a visual increase as well, I believe. Weight increases the muscle size and the maximum creature size that the Ossidon can absorb into its bolus, which is its little snot ball. So it looks like weight and melee will also do a visual size difference. Food increases the number of icicles. The oxygen increases the furlinks and the distance that the icicles will fire. Stamina increases the head size and the duration that the bolus can be rolled. And then health increases the overall size and the number of victims that the Ossidon can carry in its bolus. Okay, so right now it's showing 4. Let's bump that up to 25. And it's still showing only 4. But I'm able to fire off 9 of the ice spikes right now, and I believe it was food that increases the amount of spikes you can fire. So with the Ossidon, it looks like it is a creature that you want to actually have high stats for every single value. And you also want to, like if you're doing any mutations, you probably also want to have mutations for every single value. Now, some of them might not be as useful for a combat scenario. At least for like bossing and outposts, stuff like that. Just like usual, the main ones being your health and your melee. But it is nice that all of the other stats have a use to them as well. Don't have to worry about the useless stats. Got a Dinotherium here. I might try to tang some Dinotheriums up to breed an army of them for the outpost. It'll either be Dinotheriums, or since I've already got Rexes and I've been working on breeding up some Rexes, I'll probably just go ahead and use them. So probably Rexes and Ossidons for my main army. I don't know. I mean, the Rex is kind of an overused dino when it comes to boss armies. So yeah, I think what I'll probably end up doing now is just flying around, see if I can find a female Ossidon. If I can, I'll go ahead and probably bring everyone back just to show the taming on that one and see how it goes and where I can find it. Alright, so it looks like my audio for the taming process on this one messed up, but I managed to find a female. Kind of a bad area for her. She was up on this cliff, but I managed to get the tame in the end. I was only around 80% taming effectiveness though. Alright, so I got a 145 female Ossidon. Anyways, the stats aren't that great on the female, because she was only tamed up at, I think it was like 85% effectiveness. Okay, I don't know why it keeps flashing like that. So yeah, I think she was only up at 85% effectiveness. I fell off of her twice, and it took me a few extra attempts for it. So not really much I could do about it in this small area. I'll probably have to see if I can find another one, or take a look, see what other I can find even. Alright, so I'm back over at base, and I have managed to find a couple more. Found a 140 male and another 145 female here. So this one here, 140 male, 35 health, 39 weight, 29 stamina, 24 melee. No good. I've got better for everything else. Then we have the first male that I caught, 39 health, 43 weight, 29 stamina, 29 melee. I think that is the highest weight that I've gotten. Okay, so this one here, this was a 145 female. Yes, this is the 145 that I messed up with. But she's got 35 melee, which I think might be the highest melee. Okay, actually, never mind, it's not. So, this is the second male that I caught. This is the one that had the more balanced stats. 36 health, 38 weight, 35 stamina, 38 melee. And then I've got this 145 female, 35 health, 32 stamina, or 34 melee, and 41 weight. So, this one is no good. This one is the highest weight at 43, and the highest health at 39 currently. Then this one is the highest stamina and the highest melee at 35 and 38. It looks like. Yeah, so I need to combine the stats of this one and this one. So I will breed up either one of these males with this female and see if I can manage to get those combined over. Alright, so I do also want a high oxygen and food stat as well. Probably not going to level either one of those up, but if I can get a high baseline, that'll also be good. So 38, 36, 40, 36, that's higher oxygen. Alright, so it looks like 40 oxygen, 38 food, 38 melee, 35 stamina, 39 health, and 43 weight will be the stats of the combined one. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on getting those stats combined, and I'll bring you back whenever I get them combined up. Alright, I am back with another update here, and I did go out and find a couple more. It was taking so long for them to breed up, so I just been out looking around while waiting on them to breed. So I now have these for the stats. We got 48 health, 40 stamina, 44 oxygen, 43 food, 43 weight, 44 melee. So the only really good one I managed to find was the 48 health. But I'm gonna go take them, or take this guy out and try him out over here. So yeah, with them being a pretty large creature,